So there's no boy who can destroy me. I made them. Their mothers are living in proper houses today because of me. I made them. Why would you think you can outshine the master? Never. No boys can deal with me. Both in the ANC, in the Youth League, in the state. I defeated them when I was a child. I'm too old now, 43, with 3 kids and a wife. I defeated them when I was a child. They tried me. Everything. I've got an experience of a 63-year-old at 43. If you remember, we said we don't want Mashaba as a way of trying to push back the DA because it needed us desperately. They pushed back. When they pushed back, we said, we're about to lose this strategy. Let's concede Mashaba. They put Mashaba in. And then when they put Mashaba in, we became the good government ourselves of Johannesburg without being inside. Mashaba takes a platform here, like I'm doing now, says, I have insourced the security guards in Johannesburg. No one asked Mashaba using which policy, because when you were a mayor, you were a DA mayor, and the DA never had that policy of insourcing security guards. Which security? He insourced security guards in exchange of the EFF passing the budget. Those were the conditions. We said we won't pass this budget unless we insource the workers. He agreed to insource the workers, and that's how the budget was passed. If this is Mashaba's policy, ask him in 2016 when he was implementing it, in which page are we finding this part of the policy of the DA that speaks about insourcing? So a person lies to you, not so intellectually gifted individual, you know, the lowest in thinking amongst politicians, even Gayton is better. Because 26 or 28, the lowest in political thinking, right? Lies to you. You don't ask him a simple thing. Where do we find that in the DA policy? Because you are lying. And that condition was made public, Budali, that we will not pass this budget. And if we don't pass this budget, this municipality is going to collapse. The ANC is going to take it over through administration unless you insource the workers. He insourced the workers. What happened? Everywhere else where we had influence, we're telling them what to do. Boom! 2019 comes. They don't perform well. Helen Zille says, no, man. The problem is Musi, who allowed this EFF to work with us. Now we have declined support because the white racists are not happy with this relationship. That's why the white racists shifted to vote for Freedom Front. We don't see why the IEC is appealing Zuma judgment. It's really very, very personal. And by doing that, they are keeping President Zuma in the news. By doing that, they are making President Zuma gather rallies outside every court appearance. So the court appearances are being organized by the IEC. We might be thinking the IEC is acting against Zuma, only to find that Mashinini is behind the strategy of the IEC to keep Zuma in the news. So you must not sleep. I mean, for the first time we saw Advocate Ngugai Toby struggling. And then he came at the JSC there. I went to him and I was like, I was here busy interviewing judges, but the social media observers are not giving it to you this time. He said to me openly, that one we've lost. Because he knows there is no case. So, if they know there's no case, what is going to happen? Why are they doing what they are doing? And some silly mistakes that are being committed by the IEC. Remember, we have got 110% confidence on the IEC. But they are making so much so many stupid mistakes in a year where the election is highly contested, where they're supposed to be perfect. We are going now for 30 years of democracy. They've got the necessary experience. That's good. That's how they eat each other. But there was recordings where Tina Jumart was saying bribes are needed from Pemima Jodina, from Janji, from what there were three. Yes. Oh, Mapisa. Ngagula was also going to get the portion of her pensions. Nothing. With recordings, she can't say, okay, let's institute some smaller nyana inquiry because there is some prima facie evidence. Nothing. Nothing. And that woman is sleeping now. No justice has been achieved for her. You have a speaker who is in trouble with the law. You have that is another arm of the state. You have a chief justice who's in trouble with the law because Zuma has taken him to court that his appointment was not correct. But be that as it may, Chief Justice Zondo made a statement that the ANC made a good decision in 2017 when it elected Cyril Ramaphosa as a president. That was a good decision which saved the country. No one is holding him. And even this professional, including black professional legal bodies, Bhutan, no one has reported him to JCC. Because Mogoeng was charged for commenting about politics in relation to Israel. This one is commenting about politics in South Africa, worse, internal party political issues. But if you were to smoke cigar now, you are going to be taken a picture and be questioned, what is revolutionary about cigar? But Fidel has never been questioned. What is revolutionary about smoking cigar when you are a revolutionary? So those are the inconsistencies, those things of calling us flip-floppers. Musi Maimane said, we don't need political parties who must contest as independents. Musi Maimane today is contesting as a political party. You have never called him a flip-flop. This one who can't speak properly. Action essay. Mashaba. And people said, I'm attacking people who was stuttering. Mashaba is not stuttering. No, it's not. Mashaba doesn't have a proper thought process. So he can't think and speak at the same time. That is a serious weakness in a person. He can't think. And then in Parliament, I was making a simple point. Or when you come with one seat or two or three, it's 3 minutes. What is Mashaba going to say there with that kind of articulation? You are wasting your time. He will leave that parliament without having said a word. Imagine that the speaker is the EFF in the coalitions. Mashaba, Honorable Mashaba. Then he starts being worse. By the time he utters first sentence, the time is over. Sit down. That's what you need. Once you stand up, on a point of order, speaker, what's that? It's not point of order, points are made. That they've got support. Why? If you want a debate of new parties, do it. They must debate amongst themselves. I told Musi Maimane on Twitter, the last time Musi Maimane trended and appeared in front of a newspaper, it's when he tried to do that thing of tour with me on Twitter. And I said to him, I will talk to you after the elections because we are not equal. I'll talk to him after the elections. You want a debate of those people, call them alone. What criteria are you using? And I don't understand. Why is the IFP keeping quiet? Why is the Freedom Front keeping quiet? Why is everybody with evidence of electoral support keeping quiet. I have no problem with you debating the new political parties that are not represented in parliament. You can have them. But do not call political parties that are in parliament with people who are not sure are going to be in parliament. Comrades, that thing is very difficult. That thing of the votes. You go into a ward, call gogos into a tent, give them 100 blankets, 100 food parcels, food, everything, dance nice. They go home. Tomorrow is by-election. Not after 2 weeks. Tomorrow, you get 30 votes. Mario, you had 100 registered gogos in a tent. Hey. Hey, I always look at you, say, hey, Zuma this, hey, Zuma that. I'm like, hey, this thing. If I'm asked to do it again, I will not do it. It's not easy. Someone was saying Ace did not register, he missed the deadline of list Ace and who. I send it to you, but there are 2. And Matunjwa. Matunjwa, powerful man in the mines. A powerful union. What? We are going to form a political party. It came the time now to form a political party. If you don't know it, you must ask Ivan Jim. With so many buggies and posters everywhere and 400,000 registered members, only to 18,000, not more than 20,000, mainly in PE. The whole revolutionary. More. As a man paper, more. It's very difficult, this thing. So, we're not going to be called to come and debate with people who are not going to get anything. Let there be a debate of new parties. Let there be a debate of independent candidates. Let there be a debate of parties represented in parliament. I'm not saying don't cover them, but don't put them like they're our equal. We work very hard. So, I have no problem debating anyone. I was a debater, by the way, at school and won my school 10,000. And then I went to tell my mother, she's like, where's the money? The money is for the school, useless. So I love debate. I love debate and I promote debate. It's not in the culture of South African political parties to debate, but if it gets introduced, we don't have a problem. We debate in parliament, by the way. So we really don't have a problem. I can debate President Ramaphosa. If I debate President Ramaphosa, I can tell you now, we are not going to be far apart from each other. He can't say from his mouth, he doesn't want the return of the land into the hands of the people. He'll never say that. He'll never say he doesn't want the state bank. By the way, we passed that bill. He'll never say he doesn't want the nationalization of Reserve Bank. So, why would you be scared to debate someone that you are most likely to agree with? And then I must now be scared to debate Steinhazen. I mean, there is no person there. We can mop the floor with him. The only thing that gives me a privilege, it's a white privilege, but the DA established infrastructure. There's already an infrastructure. That's why this matriculous can behave like he thinks he's bigger. He found it. If you put Steinhazen outside that establishment of the DA, you won't even be a councillor. You won't qualify. So, there's nothing to fear from a debate. It's all in your hands, guys. We are here. You say to us, Mail and Guardian had one in Forte. The deputy president of the EFF went, and the deputy president of the ANC ran away after confirming. We never ran away. We sent our deputy president. So there was another debate now, SABC. We sent Mzwane Lemanyi, and ANC sent Mtswaledi. And the only party that sent the president was PA, because the leadership of the PA is the membership of the PA. So they can't send any other one. So you can't say, no, take this member and send it. No. You must write that, you must have it in your mind. The leadership of PA is the membership of PA. So if they call a rally and erect a stage, they are all going to sit on the stage and there won't be anyone. And it was proven in Orlando Stadium. The leadership is the membership. So, and in the debate, as a debater, when people debate, you always have that thing. The PA president says, now the Nigerians have taken over the business of drugs in this country. And he said, prostitution. They've taken, how can that be a complaint that people have taken over the business of drugs and prostitution? From who? They took it from you. He's fighting for the business of drugs and prostitution. He said that. And if he was debating me, I was going to stop there. Are you fighting to prostitute people and sell drugs? Why do you say they've taken over? The takeover is not a problem. When it said there are serious issues that President Ramaphosa must answer on Phala. And when those panel outcomes came, the president resigned out of his own conscience, only to be persuaded by a political cabal that he must stay because his leaving means they are going. So where there was central, Praveen was central, and then don't worry, we'll squash this thing. Then the first thing they did was to use their majority in parliament to squash the truth under Nosfio Mapisa Ngakul. From that high chair of a speaker into the dock. Very interesting. Defender of Phala. Had she held that guy accountable, maybe we'll be sympathetic. We have no little sympathy with a person who protected corruption of Ramaphosa in parliament. Not only that, the day I once asked Floyd, I said, I think we must resign from this thing and just go and build an organization. That's the day they rejected an investigation on ESCOM corruption. No one said there is corruption. We said, but there are serious allegations, worse from the former CEO and all of that. Let's go and check what's happening. You check what? This anti-corruption government of Ramaphosa defending not anything outside what is being done. An ad hoc committee that looks into the corruption of ESCOM, which is what members of parliament do from time to time. Said no. So what is going to rescue? I was listening to the recording of the NEC meeting of the ANC. What is going to rescue Ramaphosa is if he maintains the percentage or it goes up. Anything less than that is going to be asked by his own faction, or we need to try someone else because it's not working. The ANC strategy was outlined in that recording. I don't know why you don't have it. I must give you. No, I will only give you. They must get it from you. The ANC strategy is we have to get the same number or increase. And for us to get the same number, we need 11 million votes. If at a 70% turnout, 11 million vote will put us at 57%. But anything above that, at least there will be an increase. If you get less than 11 million votes, that's a problem. Why is it a problem? They know. It then starts internal debate on, is this guy really being helpful or not? It's the same as the EFF, by the way. If EFF declines its support now, my name is going to be on the table, or no matter, maybe let's try someone, man, because we tried many times and is not working. It works like that in political organizations. Once you decline support, then the discussion starts around your head. That's why you see me working like a headless chicken, because I don't want to be part of any topic. Everybody must just say, when you say Julius, what are you saying? Well, we deliberately are not putting percentages or amounts on wealth tax and corporate tax and dividend tax, because it's a serious debate that we need to introduce, and the laws that we must look into if we're not going to have other sources of revenue. Because the way the corporate tax is being paid now, I mean, the amount of money we get just from mining alone can run the education of KwaZulu-Natal. Corporate tax of mining sector alone can't pay for the education of the children of KwaZulu-Natal. But we are one of the richest countries when it comes to minerals. But those minerals don't benefit us with anything. I was saying the other day that, you know, I don't know what these guys took from Oppenheimer. Maybe Budali one day will tell us, because he was there. Where they allow DBS to go and share 50% with the Botswana government. And just across the board, they can't do it. And then when we say do that, they respond the way you were saying, my sister, of a business day, we will leave to other countries because these laws are dangerous for our business. We're not asking for anything they have not done. They are doing it in Botswana. Give us 50%, hold the 50%. You know what is the difference between what we are demanding and what is in Botswana? We're demanding ownership and control. So Botswana only owns, doesn't control. So they get told how many currents came out of your mines this year. They don't know. So we want to know ourselves directly by being hands-on, so that we share a reality and not some speculation or what the bosses decide needs to be the way forward. The EFF is in power in Ekurhuleni. The EFF is in power in Joburg. The EFF is in power in Mogale City, in Nelson Mandela Bay. We used to be in power in KwaZulu-Natal, in eThekwini. Actually, we are even in a more powerful position in Nongoma as deputy mayor. I've not seen anything like that. Of people saying we are now, I mean, Dunga has got blue lights. I don't have blue lights. No one has got blue lights. The whole provincial chairperson comes to a meeting with blue lights and bodyguards. So what? Nothing. The only thing we love is the EFF. That's why in Parliament you can join today. Muzwane Lemanyi, we take you to Parliament. All we want is the organization. Once we safeguard the organization, its independence without any possible infiltration and diversion from its strategic objective, we're done.